Every dynasty had a weapon at the heart of it.
Ronaldo baja con el pecho, puede marcar Ronaldo, Ronaldo, gol.
Well across the back, Ronaldo! With more defending, he got it!
One killer instinct, one center of gravity.
It's a hat-trick! It's straight!
But now, no classic striker, no true number 9 to finish the chaos. Is it tactical genius or Real Madrid's biggest gamble in decades? To understand how shocking this ship is, we have to rewind the clock.
You know, obviously they have the quality. They are Real Madrid. They're one of the biggest clubs in the world. And
Real Madrid's past isn't just filled with silverware. It's filled with strikers who defy entire eras. Ronaldo Nazario wasn't just fast and strong. He was terrifying. One look, one semi, and defenders were on the ground. His time may have been short, but his legacy was unforgettable.
Defensa contra del Madrid con más peligro. Hará el quinto gol que puede marcar Ronaldo, que va a marcar Ronaldo. Ronaldo marca el quinto y el segundo de su cuenta, gol.
Ruud van Nistelrooy brought a different kind of excellence. He wasn't flashy. He didn't need space. He just needed one half chance to change the game. In the box, he was a cold-blooded executioner.
Awaiting the cross. Here goes Van Nistelrooy! What a wonderful counter-attacking goal!
Then came Cristiano Ronaldo, not a traditional number 9, but someone who evolved into the most ruthless goal scorer the club had ever seen.
Was played in August. It's the least important of all.
His number were overworldly. His hunger for goals was unmatched. And when you had him on the pitch, you didn't need to ask who would score. You just knew. And finally, Karim Benzema, the artist. He wasn't always appreciated early on, but as Cristiano left, Benzema rose. He became the heartbeat of the attack, the playmakers and the finisher. He made the other better and career merit to yet another Champions League title almost single-handedly in 2022.
Karim Benzema again! It's a hat-trick! It's straight!
That's the kind of history Real Madrid is walking away from. Fast forward to today, and Real Madrid's attack looked nothing like the past. Under Xabi Alonso's fresh, modern approach, the traditional 9 is gone. In its place, fluidity, speed, and relentless pressure.
Who would you say are the top 3 players in the world right now?
I'll say Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo.
Mbappe, the Marquez signing of the decade, isn't a fixed striker. He thrives on the left, exploring into space, cutting inside, and finishes with either foot. He wants freedom, not to be shocked or defender's shadow. Vinicius Jr., now a superstar in his own right, also prefers the left. He dances past defenders, creates chaos, and stretches the backline. But like Mbappe, he isn't a central forward. He's an agent of destruction, not a positional anchor. Rodrigo, intelligent and technical, flows between the lines. He sees space as a don't, but he knows the men who believe the defenders in the air or must go through time marking. Then there's Endrick, the raw, exciting 18 years old from Brazil. He has the energy, the flair, and the mentality, but he's not ready to carry a title-contending team, not yet. So what you get is Real Madrid's front lines that explosive, unpredictable, and oddly without a true striker. It might look risky, but there's method behind the madness.
Best sums up what coaching is to you: a career, a calling, an obsession.
It's a calling. It's not a duty. It's your passion.
Xabi Alonso knows exactly what he is doing. This isn't a panic decision. It's a calculated evolution. By removing the fixed striker, Madrid becomes a nightmare to defend against. You can't mark what you can't predict. With Mbappe and Vinicius constantly switching positions, defenders are dragged wide, pulled out of their zones. That's open center space for left midfield runner like Jude Bellingham to arrive unmarked. It's controlled chaos, a system where movement creates opportunities. And it works. When the transition click, Madrid look unstoppable. The speed at which they break is frightening. One turnover, and within 5 seconds the ball is already in the opposition box. This is not just about flair either. Xabi wants total football. His system encourages positional fluidity. Attackers drop deep, midfielder push forward, and the opponent is left spinning. In the right moments, it looked like poetry in motion.
The players, we had so much belief in what he did that we thought that if he thinks that, it's for a reason. And at the end, many times, even different things when the footballs were coming or when he started to play without a striker in Barcelona, they prove that they work. So that gives you the confidence to keep going that way.
It even draws comparison to Pep Guardiola's striker-less Manchester City before Haaland arrived. That version of City relied on midfielders and wingers to score, using movement and overloads rather than physicality. So why can't Madrid do the same? Because in football, logic isn't always enough, and brilliance has its limits, especially when pressure mounts and margins shrink. What happens when the goals dry up? When Mbappe can't find space? When Vinicius is double marked? Who becomes the solution when everything else fails? That's where the traditional number 9 proved his worth. In big match, especially late-stage Champions League knockouts, you don't always get beautiful football. Sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes you only get one chance. And those moments need ice-cold finishers, the guys who trip under pressure, who don't blink in front of goal. Real Madrid no longer has that luxury. Headers from corners? Not likely. A goal from a cross into a crowd box? Maybe, but who is attacking it? Holding up the ball to relieve pressure less in the game is now more difficult than ever. And let's not ignore the risk of injury. If Mbappe or Vinicius miss time, Madrid's entire attacking structure could collapse. There's no natural 9 waiting in the wing to replace them. Enrique? Gonzalo Garcia? Maybe, but charging a teenager to lead Real Madrid through a season filled with pressure, critics, and expectation isn't a plan. It's a gamble. Inside the Bernabeu and across social media, fans are split. Some love the new style. It's fast, modern, and terrifying on the break. It feels like a future. Others miss the simplicity, the directness of a world-class striker. They ask a harsh question. Is Mbappe really a striker? Why don't we just buy someone like Haaland or Osimhen and end this debate? And those questions aren't going away. Pundits have started to voice the doubt too. Some believe Real is just in a transitional phase. Thus will return for top striker next summer. Rumors already swirl around names like Alexander Isak, Joshua Zirkzee, and even a potential dream bid for Erling Haaland if things go wrong in Manchester. Real Madrid may say this is a choice, but too many. It feels like a wait and see situation, a temporary solution, not a permanent philosophy. So where does this all lead? In the short term, Xabi Alonso will trust his system. He believes in the movement, the overloads, the rotations. He believes that Mbappe and Vinicius can shoulder the goal-scoring burden, and with midfielders like Bellingham, Valverde, and Güler arriving late, there's firepower all over the pitch. But over the long term, two outcomes seem likely. Either Enrique explores into the next Brazilian superstar, a striker who blends creativity with instinct, just with maturity, and become Madrid's new number 9. Or the club accepts reality, dip back into the market, and buy a proven striker to complete the puzzle. Until then, it's a season of risk, a season of question, a season without a safety net. That's the final question, the ones every rival coach is watching, the ones Mariesta ask themselves when Champions League night get tight. Can you really win the biggest trophy without a number 9? Can you dominate Europe when your best attacker prefers the wing? Can you lift the trophy in Wembley or Munich without a player who lives in the penalty box? Maybe yes. Maybe this is the beginning of a new era, an evolution in football that Real Madrid mastered before anyone else. Or we will all look back and say, they were missing something simple, something obvious, a striker.